Hi, I'm Roxy Barr.
And I'm Jackson Griffiths.
And this is Ranger TV. So Jackson, I know you play baseball, but what other sports are you excited to see this year?
Oh, I'm very excited about wrestling. I heard they're both pretty good.
Do you know who Jenna is?
You mean the Jen?
Actually, yeah. Let's go learn more about Jenna and who she is with Savannah.
My name is Jenna Creason. I'm also known as Jenna the Gem. I'm a senior at Redwood High School, and I'm 17 years old. I train and compete in 7 different martial arts, 8 including track. So I do wrestling, boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, no-gi, and judo. And I also do shot put and discus. I started boxing when I was about 8 years old, almost turning 9, and I had my first fight, I want to say a couple months into it. I wanted to start really early. I was super excited and super driven already. My first fight, I actually had a knockout. The girl was way bigger, older. I had to go up a weight class or 2 just to get a fight, and it was super fun, and it was just a great way to start my career. The very first goal I ever created was for wrestling, and I remember one day after practice, I was holding my dad's hand. I walked up to Coach Watts. I started here at Redwood at the wrestling program they had. I went up to Coach Watts and told him, I'm going to come to high school, I'm going to beat up your boys, and I'm going to win state. So as soon as it happened, I was kind of in shock. I was like, this is really happening. I basically started crying right away. I'm not a crier. That was like the first time anyone's ever really seen me cry. And so it was just overwhelming, and I was really excited. And I also was the very first girl in Tulare County to do so, which was kind of a goal of mine when I first started, but I didn't think it would ever really happen. And so I was just super excited, and it really got me excited for the rest of the year. So, as you know, fighting is definitely a male-dominant sport at the moment. I faced many challenges along with that. Being the only girl in the wrestling room, being the only girl in the gym, stuff like that, is definitely putting on a lot more pressure on myself, but also makes me want to work harder, Anytime you're on an all-guys team, they're always trying to get you off. They're either going extra hard on you to kind of break you down a bit, try to get you off the team, things like that. That's a big one. I get a lot of doubt from some coaches. They're like, oh, she's a girl, don't even worry about it. This match will be easy, this fight will be easy. So kind of just facing that no matter what. Whenever I step on the mat, I'm always thinking about that. I'm always thinking I'm not only representing myself, but I'm also trying to be a role model to those younger, especially younger girls who want to get into the sport or maybe could be intimidated or not too sure, especially because of the guys. I'm always thinking of not only am I doing this for me, but I'm doing this for them, I want to make sure they have somebody they can look up to one day. I usually have my headphones on basically the whole day, Before I get ready to warm up, it's usually like listening to dancing music and Spanish music, kind of dancing around, having fun. Then I kind of switch playlists and kind of go into okay, you're getting ready to, I think of it, you're getting ready to go to war, It's always a constant battle, whether it's between you and a wrestler, you and a boxer, no matter what, you are going to war at that moment, So I kind of change playlists, get in my zone, get pumped up. Then I pray. My faith is the base of everything for me, whether it's school, fighting, job, whatever it is, I always have my faith. That's very important to me. And so I pray, and then once we're getting ready to fight, compete, whatever, I slap my legs, slap my head, get me in the zone. Not only does that work for me, but it also sometimes intimidate my opponent. So it works out either way. One of my coaches, Miss Pareto, she was a coach and a teacher of mine at school. She was like, hey, come check out our gym. We do all this here, MMA, blah, blah, blah. And I was so excited. I was like, okay, let's go, I started doing it. I started doing the different martial arts, and she suggested doing an Instagram page for me so more people could see what I'm doing at a young age and stuff like that. My dad always thought I would have a tough name like Giant Slayer or something crazy like that. And she decided to make an Instagram, and she was like, oh, what about Jenna the Gem? I'm not even lying. My dad was kind of that's it? You know, like that doesn't sound tough at all. And she was like, no, you have to think of it as a diamond in a rough. You know, it's kind of at first just like a rock, you know, it doesn't really look pretty, has jagged edges, stuff like that. But under pressure, time, constant cutting and shaving it, you know, it comes out to be this beautiful gem, you know. And the way I compare that is to the journey of a fighter, you know. It's in the beginning, it's not that pretty, you know, you don't know what you're doing, you're getting a hold of everything, kind of get adjusted, you know, and throughout your whole life and your whole career, you're constantly making yourself better. You know, you're always looking at the end goal of what you want to accomplish and what you want your career to look like. And so you're constantly fixing that to get to that point. For me, I do a lot of martial arts. You know, I'm training constantly. I try to give back to the community as much as possible, whether it's volunteering or just anything. It's not really a quote, but it's kind of a saying that I kind of picked up. It's, if there's a will, there's a way. You know, there's only 24 hours in a day, and somehow I fit like 3 or 4 practices, interviews, videos, stuff like that, all in one day. And I just like to think about it, if you really want to do something, no matter what it is, you're going to do it. You know, you're going to make it happen. And so that's something I live by. Thank you.
My name is Seth Souza. I'm a snare drummer for the Redwood High School Marching Band and Color Guard. I am a junior here at Redwood High School. We performed our show for the 2023 marching season, Tangled Up in Blue. We explore the different meanings of the color blue as different countries interpret it. Our performance on Monday, we did a decent job. Lots of clean playing, lots of improvement over the season, and I'm excited to see how we will do in finals. The snares have been working very hard this season. We have practice every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 9 here at Redwood. We have plenty of sectional time outside of that, and we are working really hard to make sure that we are not at different levels, but we are at the same very high level of playing. I like to see how the other high schools are doing, to see how they've improved over the years as well as us. We tend to notice some of their mistakes and look at our performance and notice ours, and we can build off of that knowledge as a band ensemble. One of the most exciting moments of that night was definitely towards the end, where there's all this big hype up in the music, and you can just feel the energy as we're playing big, we're playing clean together, and as that final note hits, you know that you had a good show.
My name's Tycee Tishammer. I'm part of the Redwood Dance Force, and I'm a freshman. I'll be graduating the class of 2027. Our performance, we practiced very, very long. We had boots we had to perform in, and we had a lot of practice, and it was very fun to dance with all my friends. Big moments at the performance was the kick line that we did. It was for a long time in those boots, but it was really hard, but also really fun.
Hi, my name is Justine Sanchez. I'm a varsity cheerleader in band in class of 2024. On Monday night, the showcase went really well. It was great energy and very exciting. The most challenging part was going back and forth in between the performances, going to cheer and then band performing. But it was amazing.
Wait a minute, who was covering sports this week?
I don't know, that's not my job.
Wait a minute, oh, it was Peter and Zoe.
Oh, let's go check them out.
Hi Rangers, I'm Zoe Alvarado.
And I'm Peter Pinedo, and this is
Ranger Sports.
Last week, Redwood had their 60th anniversary. Abby was lucky enough to get an interview with the one and only Frank Bell. His recap of the interview followed up with Magnus Burgess.
Hello, I'm Magnus Burgess, and this is Redwood Water Polo. The 60th anniversary is about Redwood's winning tradition for 60 years. This program started in 1963, and it's present today. And today we won against Golden West 7-5. Key moments of the game was our defense. We had about 6 stops in the first quarter, stopping Golden West from only scoring 1. I had 20 saves myself and 2 assists. Today at the pool, we are honoring Frank Bell, and up in the pool you can see his name, Frank Bell Community Pool. So it's honored after him, and we're here today to celebrate it.
Hey Rangers, I'm Abby Orozco. Today I'm here with the one and only Coach Frank Bell at the Frank Bell Community Pool for the 60th anniversary of Redwood Water Polo. So tell me, how does it feel to be back?
Wonderful. It's very nice, great weather, and a lot of people that I haven't seen for many years, and a lot of their players and participants in the sport of water polo at Redwood.
Does being here bring back a lot of fun, good memories?
Oh yes, a lot of memories, a lot of great memories of water polo seasons, just great years and wonderful memories, yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment from the past that comes to mind at this moment?
Well, a lot of favorite memories. One of the favorite memories, of course, is my final year. The team from Redwood won the Valley Championship, and most of those players showed up here this evening, and I remember the game very vividly, and every point that we scored, every point that we had to deal with, and all the players, and it was just a great time.
Anything else you want to say, Mr. Bell?
Well, I really, it's really nice that we had a lot of parents come out to this game and to support both of the boys' teams, the JV team, the varsity team, and also the women's water polo teams that are playing right now, because these kids put in a lot of hard work and time, not in ideal conditions like what they have right now. Sometimes very cold, and but they need recognition, and they deserve it. Okay?
Well, Mr. Bell, we are honored to have you here. Thanks for coming out and supporting our Rangers after all these years. Once again, I'm Abby Orozco, and this has been Ranger TV.
Thank you, Abby. Here's Zoe with girls sports.
Girls volleyball took the win against Porterville, beating them 3-0. Girls basketball is having their tryouts on October 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Ridgeview Gym. Here's Peter talking about the boys.
Football had a schedule change this week. JV football played at 5 o'clock and varsity played at 7:30 in the bowl yesterday.
I'm Michael Flores. I'm reporting for this week's Ranger football. Last week, Redwood went on the road to Porterville to play against the Panthers. It was a very good game to see, a fun game to see. Redwood shutted them out 21-0. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. Redwood had a total of 337 total yards with 232 rushing yards and 92 passing yards. Their next game is this Thursday against Menachie. Hopefully you come out and support your Rangers here at the Mineral King Bowl. By the time this episode's out, game's already happened, and I'll do the recap next week. Let's take it back to you guys.
Looks like our fall sports are playing strong, with varsity boys playing water polo going 4-0 as the only undefeated team in league.
Girls volleyball plays next week at 6:30 against Golden West.
JV cross country is running at the Rough Rider Invitational today.
That's all for this week. I'm Peter Pinedo.
And I'm Zoe Alvarado, and this was Ranger Sports. All right, well, looks like that's about it.
Yeah, it was a great show. I'm glad we got to cover it.
Well, I'm Roxy.
And I'm Jackson.
And that was Ranger TV.